Well, hello everybody. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic Wednesday. It is Wednesday, October 23rd, 2019, and we're going to be breaking down all the biggest stories in the world of cord cutting with you, talking about them, answering your cord cutting related questions, and more. So if you have a cord cutting related question, make sure to join us right now and post your questions in the chat. If you're watching this on repeat, we are live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, for about an hour or so as we talk all things cord cutting. So make sure to join us Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here as we talk all things cord cutting. So let me finish sharing this on social media. I know it takes a minute or two for all the notifications to roll out, everybody come flying in, but it's been a very busy week in cord cutting. There's been a lot of news. We got a lot of things coming up. We'll know some earnings reports in the next few days and more. So let's dive into it. If you have a question, let me know and we'll get into it for today. Ooh, sorry. Apparently I didn't fully secure that the new microphone stand. There we go. All right. So let's dive into the questions. Wow. A lot of people here right now. All right. So Jesus, Jason, Mike, John, John and Johnny right next to each other in the chat today. Brian, another John, Mark, and a whole bunch of other people. 3 Johns in here. A lot of Johns today. Chris, Rita, Barb, Paul, Sean, Marin, anybody else I missed. It's great to have you here. I hope you are all having a fantastic Wednesday. Luke says, hi Luke, when am I going to get Hulu and Amazon Prime on my Sling player? That's really up to Amazon Prime and Hulu. I have to look into it. I thought Amazon Prime was on the Sling Air TV, but I'll check into that. It's really, I mean, the holdup would be on Hulu and Amazon Prime side. A lot of people here. I hope everybody's having just a fantastic day. I hope you are enjoying the weather wherever you are. Is it cold? Has that cold front come through? We're supposed to have a big one tomorrow in Texas. So let me know, how are you doing today? All right. Why is the Apple TV app not on the Roku 4? That is a very good question. I don't know the answer to that. If you would assume, because it's on older, slower Rokus, the Apple 4 would be, or Roku 4 would be supported for the Apple TV app, but it's not at this time. Hopefully soon they will be adding that to Roku 4s. Oh. I just accidentally called somebody. They're probably going to call me right back. It's cold in West Virginia. Snow in Colorado? Wow. I'm good. Yep, they call me right back. You ever do that? You accidentally dial somebody when you can't talk and they call you right back. You're like, ooh, sorry. Let me go text them. When is Hulu updating the app on the Fire TVs? Can you show the new guys? Well, Hulu did run a new update in the Fire TV, which did bring additional support for people with blind or hard of sight features in there for screen readers and more. So there are some features coming to there. 1 second. Riveting TV here. All right. Sorry. Had to tell them I did not mean to call you. Oh, Michael, Rick, so many people here. No snow here. Who's got snow? Anybody got snow? Nice day in Seattle. I've heard that. Florida, 68 degrees and you're freezing. I'll take that. All right. So I can't believe the $100, $150 cost for the Nvidia dongle. Yeah, we'll have to wait until it's actually officially announced because I've seen that dongle actually was priced as high as $199. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Luke, do you think HBO Max will announce a yearly subscription plan on Warner Days? It's very possible we'll get multiple subscription versions of HBO Max. We'll know more next Tuesday when they roll it out. So we'll have to wait and see there. But for now, all I can tell you is nothing will surprise me right now about HBO Max. And don't forget, Tuesday is HBO Max Day. HBO will be announcing a ton of features Tuesday about HBO Max. For some reason, my Roku's been closing me out of apps. As of last night, I started watching a movie and it stopped in the middle of the movie. That's very weird. Make sure you don't have any tricksters in your household that may be doing that deliberately to you. As with all technology, Rokus and other things can go bad. I have many Rokus. I've only had one go bad, and that was the one I traveled with, and I'm pretty sure it went bad because it got damaged in my suitcase. Past that, I've never had a Roku go bad, so I would contact Roku customer service, see if they can help you. So, Google says Samsung TV 4K. What about Samsung TVs? Let me know. For some reason, okay, I already answered that. I do agree, cord cutting is the best idea out there. Man, 32 degrees down there. No, I'm good. Moved south for a reason. Question, will I do a video on BritBox? I've talked about it in the past in some of my videos, but maybe it's time for us to do an update one. I know they've made many changes to BritBox. I like your video. Thanks. Yeah, our YouTube TV plaque. Eventually, once the new studio's done, so the painting's done, decorating, we actually started moving stuff into the new studio at the office. Eventually, that plaque will hang in the studio at work. So right now, just kind of hanging out right over there. Oh, friendly. Did they add a new one? Let me make a little note of that. Thanks, Bill. When is T-Mobile Internet going live? We don't know. T-Mobile says that they're launching 5G pretty much nationwide, but it's pretty much a mobile version. They are very clear they do intend to offer 5G home internet from the, excuse me, our brain just turned off. They do intend to offer 5G home internet at some point. We don't know when. William says, can we show you a preview of the new studio? I do have a video on our YouTube channel. If you click on the YouTube channel, you click at the top. It's a video of it before we even did any redecorating, the painting. We had the carpets cleaned and some other stuff. So make sure to check that out over at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoreCarsNews if you're watching this somewhere else. Light TV's been there all along. Okay, I thought they were, but I'll look into it. I'm glad to hear we helped you cancel the cable. Sid says he turned off Directv on Saturday. Sid, what services did you decide to get to replace Directv? Let us know. Bob asks, or excuse me, UTTR asks, what's T-Vision and when's it come out? T-Vision is a rebranded name for Layer 3. T-Mobile bought Layer 3, which is kind of they sell themselves as a new age cable TV company, but in the end, they're pretty much like a traditional pay TV service. It's available in a few markets. No word on them expanding it at this time. Luke, what is BritBox? BritBox is a streaming service from the BBC and another TV network over in the UK that offers a bunch of British content here in the United States. It's a pretty good catalog. Are you excited about the new Nvidia Shield Pro? Yeah, I'm very excited. It's been a while since we've had a true high-end dedicated streaming player from Nvidia Shield or with Android TV. I know we've had things like the Osprey Box and the Air TV, but they're really meant to be used with either Sling TV or AT&T TV. And now to get a clean, super powerful new Android TV device, I think it's great. It's long overdue. Very, very excited about that. When is the Apple TV app coming to the Fire TV stick? We don't know, other than that's happening this year, I believe is what they said. It's coming. Howard, I don't know that particular service, but as I always said, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Keep that in mind. I have a 48-inch TCL Roku TV. I had it since earlier this year and has not received the update since September 18th. Yeah, not all TVs have. You will begin the new 9.2 at some point. They are rolling out right now. Roku typically takes a few months to roll out updates. Is AT&T really merging Dish Network with Directv? There's been proposals on the table to do just that, but so far they're just proposals and nothing's come of it. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. All right, Oliver says they've decided to cut the cord on Xfinity. They need to wait until March, though. Making TCM a premium channel was the last straw. You and many other people run the math, though, on your early termination fee. It'll get smaller every month. And see, at one point, maybe if you cancel, you'll actually save money. For example, when my wife and I got married, she was with AT&T. I was with Verizon at the time. And we ran the math and figured out it would be cheaper for us to actually go and, once we hit a certain point, cancel her AT&T plan, merge her over, because the money we saved would more than pay for the early termination fee. So run your math on that. Will Locast ever add support for the New Orleans area? Very likely. They've been continuing to develop, continue to expand, but at this time, no news at this moment of additional markets or anything. I was kind of surprised they added Atlanta and Phoenix because of the lawsuits and everything. But right now, it is anybody's game. It could very well happen. May not happen. We'll see. Breaking up with Comcast soon, but need to keep the internet at as there aren't many options where I live. What's the minimum for one TV and possibly a laptop? I would say for just a laptop and a TV, 20-25 down would be your minimum speed, I would suggest. Really anything over 100 and you're not going to see a difference if all you're doing is surfing Facebook and streaming Netflix, for example. Question, why doesn't Dish just go to streaming? Well, there's a lot of people where streaming isn't a good option. A lot of people on very rural areas and more small towns with poor internet. So I think there will be need for satellite TV for some time going forward. Not indefinitely, but for some time, as there are still people with very poor internet. Now we're seeing a lot of wireless solutions, of fixed satellites and more coming out to try to bring internet to more rural areas, and that may eventually kind of speed up the demise of satellite. Hey Bob, if it sounds too good to be true, fill in the blank. Dish has a streaming service. You are right, they do. Sling TV is Dish's streaming service, but forcing everybody from Dish over to Sling is probably not happening anytime soon. Hello Tom, good to have you here. A lot of people saying they're canceling Comcast. A lot of Comcast cancellations. People were really upset about losing Turner Classic Movies. You know, which Core Cars News broke the news back in August that would happen. All right, everybody. So question of the day. A lot of people here. What are you watching? What is on TV right now? Are you watching the World Series this week? Football? I'll be honest, I'm trying to absorb as much football in my brain as I can so that come next year, I'll have a lot saved up. But I am kind of excited about the XFL. I really enjoyed the AAC, or American Football, whatever it was called. AFC, I don't know what it was called. The football league that folded last spring. But I'm really excited about the XFL. Dave says he's in Boston and Locast added most of their sub channels. Yeah, Locast and a selection of markets did add additional channels. Jeff says, quick question. With all this bickering between networks and providers, do you see ABC, NBC, Fox doing what CBS did? Probably not. CBS doesn't have the networks that ABC, NBC, and Fox have. You know, they force bundles. So the idea is if you want to carry your local ABC, you also have to have ESPN, or if you want NBC, you have to have all the NBC Universal channels. And without that deal, you'll lose much of them. So I don't see that happening anytime soon, maybe someday. Jeff, thank you. It's called the AAF, American Alliance of Football, or something like that. I thought it was actually really good football, a lot of fun. I'm excited about the XFL starting in February. People are watching the Flintstones on MeTV. Yes, the Flintstones are back on MeTV. Very excited about that. All right. Question: what do you think of the low orbit satellites for internet from Elon Musk? Amazon's also doing that. So are a few other companies. I love it. I think it's a great idea. Worldwide internet. Very interested in like what that means for China and North Korea and other places that have worked to really control their internet access. Now you have these satellites out of the control of the governments there, offering internet to their people. That's very interesting to see what happens there. But for even America, natural disaster, power's out, you'll have internet still. Rural Americans, like we were talking about, the reason why Dish and Directv are still very popular in rural America, no internet, many areas, no cable in those areas. So very, very excited to see what happens there. Keep that. So yeah, I'm very excited to see the future of internet through fixed wireless, fiber, 5G, low Earth orbit satellites, and more. Tyler says, who owns the XFL? The XFL is still Vince McMahon, the same people who owned it last time. All right. I'm watching do a lot of football, people. Roy says, what stations will the XFL be on? ABC, Fox, FS1, and ESPN will be the XFL Football League broadcasters. All right, so if you have a question about cord cutting, leave me a comment. I see a lot of people here who are new. Do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. It really does help us. And don't forget, we are giving away a $100 Netflix gift card and a 2019 Roku Ultra to one lucky viewer here, one lucky reader, or somebody who enters the giveaway. I just put a link to the giveaway in the show notes. And there's many different ways to enter. You don't have to do them all, but the more you do, the more chances you get to win. So make sure to go over to corecarsnews.com through that link, enter the giveaway, and don't forget about us. So check it out. It really does help us too, and it also helps you find out about everything we're doing, because there's options like follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, download the Core Cars News app. Check them out. All right, let's get back to the questions real quick. How many XFL teams? I think there's 8. I'm not fully familiar on everything with XFL. I just got an antenna and got 4 booster splitters so that they have a lot of free channels. Yeah, over there TV with an antenna is a great way to do it. I get 47 free channels where I live. Very, very happy. Highly recommend all core cars have it, if for nothing more than a backup. Antennas are surprisingly affordable, especially considering it's a one-time purchase. You buy an antenna, you own it for life. Thank you everybody for the thumbs up and the nice words. Really appreciate it. Cannot believe it. We should hit 112,000 subscribers probably tomorrow morning. Slight chance tonight, but probably tomorrow morning. Super, super grateful for everybody. What kind of phone do I use? I actually got the brand new Pixel 4. This is the brand new Pixel 4. I like it a lot. The one thing I don't like is they removed the thumbprint or the fingerprint reader back here. I really love that. My Pixels was one of the reasons I got a Pixel. The Face ID is okay. The problem I have is you gotta go like basically like this, and I've had a couple times where I've had to go a few times to get the Face ID to unlock, and that's the only reason I wouldn't recommend it. Very snappy. The people who complain about battery life, I have not experienced that. I think the battery life has been very good. Very happy with it compared to my Pixel 3. It's far faster, far speedier. I love all the improvements with it. I don't like the fact that they removed the fingerprint reader. Now, with that said, I don't think it's any worse Face ID than iPhones. I have family members with them. But I love that, I'd stick my hand in my pocket, pull out the phone, and even before I looked at it, I had already tapped the unlock thing here. I would have my phone. So I love the Pixel 4. Can't necessarily recommend it. I don't think Face ID is the future. It's cool. It's a fun trick. There should be a fingerprint reader back here. There just should. There's no reason not to have one. So there you go. My non-cord cutting review of the day. I would give the Pixel 4 a good recommendation, but I can't say I would get it over the cheaper Pixel 3. I would get the cheaper Pixel 3 right now. Even though this camera is better, the Pixel 3 camera was very good. And the fingerprint ID here almost makes me, the lack of it almost makes me want to go back to my Pixel 3. Chad, it's good to have you here. It's good to have so many people here. Welcome. BB says, cut the cord, but my question is, my local internet company has monopoly and we don't get fiber optic. Any suggestions on speeds? I would get at least 20 to 25 down minimum. And keep your ears open. 5G, fixed wireless, low Earth orbit satellites. Over the next few years, you'll probably have more options coming to where you live. Can I elaborate on the 2 new devices coming out from the Nvidia Shield? Yeah, so last week we learned, thanks to a leak, that there are 2 new Nvidia Shields in the work, an Nvidia Shield Pro and a standard, just like there are now. And the Nvidia Shield Pro is very similar to the current version with slightly improved specs. The Nvidia Shield Standard is more like a dongle version, a small stripped down version, a cheaper version, hopefully. We'll wait and see what the official pricing is of the Nvidia Shield. But like I said, I'm very excited about a clean Android phone there. Does the Pixel take SD cards? No, but it does have 100 some gigs of internal storage as an option, plus Google's online storage drive thing where you can put stuff in there. Is there any news on if Disney Plus is going to Hulu? Yes, you will be able to. Well, remember, I think I misunderstood your question. Disney Plus is not a new channel. I get these questions a lot. Will Disney Plus be on Hulu? Would it be on Sling TV, PlayStation Vue, etc.? It's not a channel. It's a Netflix-like on-demand streaming service from Disney. Now, Hulu will offer the ability to go and add Disney Plus on as an add-on to your Hulu subscription. But it's not a live TV channel. It's like Hulu, it's like Amazon Prime, it's like Netflix. It's on-demand Disney content. Is there any streaming services that offer digital surround sound? I believe there are some. Netflix, I believe, offers surround sound. I'm not a big surround sound guy, so I don't know them all off my hands, but yes, there are surround sound options out there. Hello, I'm on Ontario. Is it a waste for me to get a antenna? I would check out, I'm not sure if AntennaWeb covers Canada, but try out antennaweb.org. They do offer a service where you can enter your address and see what's available around you online. So check that out, antennaweb.org. And I'm not sure if they do Canada, but it's worth a try. April says her antenna is not reliable reception for Me TV and antenna. Well, if you have an antenna TV, if you have an indoor antenna, maybe look at an outdoor antenna. Try to put it up higher. Maybe use a site like antennaweb.org to see where your transmitting tower is for Me TV and AntennaWeb, and try to put your antenna on that side of the house for better reception. Is the YouTube TV going to offer more a la carte TV options? Very possible, but at this moment, no word on it. Luke, I signed up for Disney Plus, but I have Fire 6 and Cubes. Any news on Disney Plus supporting Amazon Fire TV products? Nope, no news at this time for that happening. If it happens, we'll let you know. Does Chromecast have streaming? Yes, Chromecast will allow you to stream content from a variety of different services. Luke, can you congratulate on this new TiVo network DVR? It's not new. Are you talking about the TiVo Maverick I posted about, or the TiVo whatever it's called? The TiVo Maverick I posted about was a canceled product that now has appeared on eBay, but it's not a real one. They do have a new TiVo product that's coming on the market that's just like the TiVo Bolt, but a slightly upgraded version of it. So check that out. What's the difference between Hgtv app and the Hgtv Go app? They just have Hgtv content. HBO Go is more meant for your cable login there. use your cable or streaming service to log in to get authorized to watch content. TiVo Edge is the brand new one. Yes, the TiVo Edge is the new version, next gen of TiVo Bolt. Just a slightly more faster processor, etc. with it. All right, so keep those questions coming. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm lucky. Our county, yeah, you know, fiber and other services are rolling out more and more options every single week. What do I think of the Apple TV app on Roku? I think the Apple TV app on Roku is great. It's very beautiful. It definitely sets the bar for what to expect from Roku channels and sets it quite high. Did you hear any news about the massive upgrade to Comcast to make the net 10 gigabyte to Comcast? You mean Comcast internet speeds? Yes, Comcast is promising to continue to roll out internet speed upgrades. Past that, I have not heard anything. And feel free, if you have any inside information about what Comcast is up to, go to cordcuttersnews.com, cordcuttersnews.com. Click on the contact us, send us an email, we'll look into it. When is AT&T TV going to expand to other areas? We don't know. They say by the end of this year they would like AT&T TV to be nationwide. AT&T has said a lot of things like that and then missed those dates. So we'll have to wait and see. AT&T has a press conference next week. Maybe we'll learn more. Would Verizon or any cable channel be a bit vindictive when one asks to stop streaming? Well, they will try to convince you to overpay for internet. But yeah, they'll try to do whatever they can to get you to stay. But I haven't heard them of being vindictive in any ways. Do I prefer Roku or Amazon Fire TV sticks? I don't think you're going to go wrong with either one. There definitely used to be a time and day where I would say, well, Roku had this app and the Fire TV had this app, and this one is with that and that one's with that. Well, over the last few years, really, last year in particular, most apps are now available on most streaming players. The only noticeable difference right now is Twitch isn't on Roku with an official app, and the Fire TV may not be getting Disney Plus. Other than that, if those two services are not important to you at all, it doesn't matter which one you get. Get whatever one you like. Paul asks, how angry do I think people will be if Amazon's Fire TV products don't have Disney Plus? I think they'll be very angry. But we'll see. You can get a very cheap Roku. We'll see what happens. It's very possible Disney Plus will end up on Roku or on the Fire TV before launch. Jason says, Luke, have you noticed any other Cord Cutters News newsletter where you're suffering to open articles on Safari? I have not heard that, but we'll definitely look into that. Feel free to email us. One second, I'm just going to make a note to look into that. All right, made a note. Hello, Jess. Jess is here. Everybody say hello to Jess. Frontier has been caught slowing down their service in Florida. I have not heard that, but I'll look into it. Will Disney Plus not work on certain Android devices? Especially, most Android devices will work with Disney Plus. Mostly those Android devices. It's mostly those Android devices that are like the generic Android streaming players that you've never heard of before, that aren't running Android TV, but are running some type of generic version of Android. Those are the ones that are likely to have trouble with it. All right. Hello, Jess. Good day. Everybody's excited that Jess is here. All right, real quick, since Jess is here, I'm going to play a 15-second ad because that allows me to pay Jess and other people. So hang in here, 15 seconds for an ad. We'll be right back. For everybody else who is not seeing that ad, don't forget we have a giveaway happening right now where we're giving away a Roku Ultra, the 2019, the brand new Roku Ultra, and a $100 Netflix gift card. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Multiple ways to do it. You don't have to do all of them, but the more you do, the more chances you get to win. Keep that in mind. All right, we'll wait for everybody to come back here as we quickly wait for the ad to end. If you ask a question and I don't answer it, because sometimes I'm answering one question, like 4 different questions fly by as I try to answer them, feel free to re-ask your question. Is there any alternate options for Comcast Internet? You may want to look into your local DSL provider, shop around. Don't discount DSL. In many areas, DSL isn't always the greatest, but in a growing number of areas, DSL is a great option for cord cutting. I cut the cord with DSL. I've had DSL many times. Don't just discount it. All right, when they dumped us, is Locast still up and running? Yes, Locast is still available, not nationwide. It is available in a handful of markets, but it is still running and still available. How much different is the Google Home versus the Echo Dot? I just ordered my first one for the 99-cent Amazon Music deal. Actually, I don't think they're all that different. They do have different services. They do some different things. I have Echoes. I'm very happy with it. I also have a lot of Google products. I'm very happy with it. So I don't think you're going to go wrong either way as long as they have the services you want. So make sure it offers the services you enjoy. Is Pluto TV changing to be a paid service? No, Viacom has been very clear that they intend to keep Pluto TV free and they don't intend to charge for Pluto TV. Why is AT&T so disorganized? I think it's so large the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. Unfortunately, I just think there's so many components, so many things happening here. They just don't know what the different parts are doing out there, just to be honest with you. Hey, do me a favor if you haven't. Would love to have your help, I should say. If you haven't downloaded the Core Cars News app, do that. We have a great app. Here we go. Core Cars News app that is available on iOS, Android, and mobile, Amazon Fire tablets. It's 100% free. It does offer a way to pay if you want to remove all ads. But if you like it, I didn't mean to send you the search for that. I meant to send you the link to the one. There we go. Let's try this again. Here is the link to the app. Do me a favor, if you like the app, give us a great rating on Google Play, iOS, Amazon. We would really appreciate your rating to help us in the App Store and on Google Play. Closing in on 40,000 app downloads. All right. Have you ever thought about doing a 30-minute daily show? You know, we do about a 10-15 minute daily show, and that takes up a good amount of time. You got to prep for it, what are we going to cover and all that and more. I would probably need to get more help before we would do a 30-minute daily show. But we do daily, about 10, 15, closer to 15-minute daily shows. So check that out. Who has the larger market share? Worldwide, Amazon says they do. In the United States, Roku does, according to multiple studies. We'll see. All right, keep the news coming, folks. We really appreciate your tips and suggestions. All right. I was thinking about either getting the new Nvidia Shield or the new Firetv Cube 2nd Gen. Which do I prefer? We'll have to wait. We don't know. The Nvidia Shield, the new Pro for 2019, I'm assuming that's what it's going to be. We don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. We don't know pricing official. We don't know specs official. There was an Amazon listing that put it at right about $199, which was the pricing that we had before. but we don't know if that's going to be the long-term pricing. So we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. Any news on new streaming providers? Well, we got Apple TV, Disney Plus, Peacock, HBO Max, and more. We'll wait and see. There probably will be many new streaming services hitting the markets. As cord cutting grows, more and more people try to cash in on it by launching their own streaming services. Have you ever thought about doing... I don't know what that is, Willie. Let me Google that. Sorry, I'm not familiar with that, Willie. All right, Locast is now live in Phoenix and Atlanta. Yeah, that went live over the weekend. And Locast in different markets added additional sub-channels to those markets. Is cord cutting everywhere, just in the United States? It's everywhere. It's definitely largest, I think, in the United States. But there are people canceling their cable TV providers around the world. What internet speed do I need for a home? Well, if all you want to do is stream Netflix and Hulu, really 20-25 down is great. For just streaming internet and surfing Facebook, 100 down is overkill. So if you have 400 down, it's way overkill. Just be honest with you. My recommendation is always start low, because you can always go up, right? You can always start at 100 down, 25 down, 50 down. And if you decide you want more speed, you can always upgrade. It's hard when you start paying for 400 or a gigabyte to say, I'm overpaying, I'm not using this internet speed. Because they say, hey, you signed a contract, you can't downgrade. You can't go to those cheaper plans. So keep that in mind. All right, I stream HD all the time and browse the net, and I only have 25 down since Keith. Yeah, to be honest with you, 25 down for most people is all you need. I'm glad there's so many people here with the World Series happening. Not World Series fans? Are you watching Core Cars News with the World Series on mute? That's what I hope you're doing right now. Is free satellite TV as good as an antenna? Be careful of anybody who's offering you free satellite TV. A lot of people have been trying to sell these boxes where it will say, hey, pay all this money, get free dish or Directv for life. Those are typically not legal boxes. There is wideband, there's some others, but just not. I mean, I think an antenna is better. When will Next Gen 3.0 be available in New York? I don't know, but it's going to start rolling out probably later this year, with next year being the year of ATSC 3.0. I got to notice that my 99-cent Hulu deal for a year is coming to an end. Do you think Hulu will offer that deal again? Maybe, but now they're owned by Disney. They're probably not trying to get as many subscribers. I would be surprised if the 99-cent deal returns. Doesn't mean there may not be a deal during Black Friday, but I'll be surprised if that returns. Or, you know, with all these people ask, do I know this service? And I know that service. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. I don't know those services. I don't know anything about them. But my rule of thumb is always, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. All right, keep the questions coming, folks. I'm going to do my best to answer as many of them as I possibly can. Some people are watching both. Yeah, pretty nice. Anybody says he tried the Vidco with the not a fan of the app though. Are you using the mobile app or the desktop? I've heard people like the mobile app better than the desktop version. Will T-Mobile have a streaming service? They say they will. They say they're working towards one, but they're facing a lot of roadblocks. I don't expect them to launch a YouTube TV, Sling TV, etc. type competitor until after the Sprint merger is settled one way or the other. Which internet provider do I prefer? I really don't think you're going to go wrong. I really do think that wherever you live, get the best speed at the price that's right for you. All right, keep the comments coming. Luke, I see you say we a lot. Do you have a Core Cars News team? Yes, there are 4 full-time employees. So, of course, there's Jess, who you've probably seen do some of these videos. There's Tamara, who writes on the site, helps edit a lot of the content there. And then there is Becca, who is our office manager, assistant, researcher. She just really does everything in the back end. And then there is some freelance helps. For instance, there's some freelance helpers who work on the website and do other things. So there's a whole team of people here behind the scenes. Does the Core Cars News app tell me when deals are on the Firetv and others? Yeah, the Core Cars News app will give you full access to all the stories we post over at corecarsnews.com in a nice friendly format meant for your mobile devices. So keep that in mind. Luke, did you get the Pixel 4 yet? If so, how do I like it? Yeah, so one last review of the Pixel 4. I like it. It's very fast, very stable, very beautiful camera and all kinds of features on it. I don't like that they removed the fingerprint sensor on the back. A few reasons. Face ID. It seemed with my iPhone, I don't think it just works that well. I have to hold the phone like right in front of my face instead of just being like, oh, I'm just going to quickly kind of glance at it down here real quick while I'm at the dining room table. I don't like having to then enter my PIN. I don't like the fact that they removed the fingerprint. None of my apps support Face ID. I have to enter passwords now instead of using the fingerprint. I don't like that change. I think that's a huge step back. I don't experience the battery life issues other people are experiencing. That hasn't been a big issue for me. But, you know, honestly, get the cheaper Pixel 3, get it with the fingerprint sensor. Google, you really screwed up not having a fingerprint sensor back here. The Face ID is just not up to par. And I don't think it's up to par on iPhones. I don't like having to get my face right in front of it, look at it for a second. That's just a big miss having that gone. Is Tableau DVRs back on Amazon? Yes, the Tableau DVRs are now back on Amazon. Jason says the Core Cars News app on iOS works great with VoiceOver. That's great to hear. I'm glad that's working for you. Jeff, I don't understand your question. What about Mr. X and AT&T's price hike? It relates to DirecTV. Can you tell me a little bit more? I'm not sure I fully understand your question. Luke, do you like the HD Home Run better, or is there something better? HD Home Run is really great. I really like the new version that's basically an all-in-one DVR, removing the need for a media center and all kinds of other things. The Roku channel app is a great addition. But yeah, you know, I don't think it's necessarily better than anything else on the market. I don't think it's worse than anything else on the market. So keep that in mind. I think Lowcast will survive if they switch to a real donate instead of nagware. Unfortunately, they can't charge any type of fee. They have to nag you for donations. Otherwise, they wouldn't qualify for the nonprofit status. Unfortunately, Lowcast is just in a weird spot with all this, unfortunately. So Lowcast is trying to maintain their nonprofit status. At the same time, they want money to run the business. Is DirecTV raising the price? I haven't heard that. They're raising the price on AT&T TV now, but I would not be surprised if in the next few months we see a price hike, especially around the new year. They typically do their price hikes around the new year. When will you be able to review tuners for the new ATSC 3.0 Next Gen TV? As soon as they're out, there's one that's like a developer one that's very expensive, but once commercial ones really start to hit the market, we'll do some reviews. Is there free stuff on the Firetv? Yes. If you go to Core Cars News right here, our YouTube channel, click on our name, and then type in at the top there, you'll find a ton of free content there. Have I heard of Philo will add any more channels? Yes, very possible that Philo will add more channels. Hey, about 5 more minutes. We're going to do this for another 5 or 10 minutes or so. So get your questions in. If I haven't answered your questions, re-ask it. But if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. It really does help us. Yes, you can get a free year of Disney Plus if you're a Verizon customer, and if you prepaid, you can stack that free year on top of your prepaid if you took advantage of like that 3-year deal. So for instance, I took advantage of the 3-year deal. I can now get a 4 years of Disney Plus right now, prepaid. I haven't got my notice from AT&T TV Now. The price hike does not take effect until November 19th. That means if your next renewal date is before November 19th, that price hike won't be affected on your next bill. You'll get notified after your next bill. Is anyone else having problems with Hulu? Yeah, Hulu had a lot of buffering yesterday, and maybe they're having it again today. Mike, thanks so much for joining us. I'm glad you're here for the first time, and I'll look forward to seeing you every week. Anything new with AT&T TV? No, but they have some press conferences next week at AT&T. Maybe we'll learn more. Any news on the Locast lawsuit? Sadly, no new news on the Locast lawsuit, but if we hear anything, I'll make sure to let you know. Hey everybody, I'm gonna quickly play a 15-second ad so I can pay Jess's paycheck this week. I'm just kidding, just kidding. But hey, 15-second ad, hang in here, answer your questions, and we'll answer some additional questions after the ad plays. For everybody else, don't forget about the giveaway. We are giving away a 2019 Roku. We're giving away a 2019 Roku Ultra and a $100 Netflix gift card. That is available right now or at corecarsnews.com. I put a link in the show notes if you want to enter the giveaway. The more things you do, the more chances you get to win, but just doing one thing in that list of options enters you into the giveaway. Any thoughts on Orbi TV? It's satellite TV. It's cable TV, trying to be more competitive. Which services offer the most 4K content? Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, a few others. It'd be interesting to see how much content truly is in 4K on Disney Plus when it launches. But there's a lot of 4K content. What do I think of the Echo shows? I like it. I have an Echo show in our kitchen. I love it that when I'm cooking and everything and my hands are all in chicken or whatever, that I can just ask it to switch a channel on Hulu or play some music or do different things, play a video on Amazon Prime. I really like it. I wish it supported more apps, but I do really like it. All right, get your questions in. If you have a question, leave us a comment. I'll love to hear from you. And we're going to do our best to answer all your core cutting related questions today, folks, for a few more minutes here. A few more minutes of answering core cutting related questions. If I live in the sticks, can I use cellular data to cut cut? Look, you probably have a cap there where they say, hey, if you go over 20 some gigs or something, 40 some gigs, 50 gigs, we may slow you down. Keep that in mind. Some people say, hey, I do it and I don't have problems. Other people say, hey, I hit the data cap and they're suddenly penalizing me. My internet's slowing down to the point where I can't stream. So it really depends on your experience. Some people get away with it, some people don't. All right, get your questions in. Will Dish have home internet? Well, Dish actually owns, what's that space internet service? HugeNet. Dish owns HugeNet, so yes, they do have it, but they are building a 5G network where Dish could someday offer home internet through it. Where's Jess? Jess is here in the chat. She'll probably be joining us. She'll probably be doing this Q&A from time to time again. So don't worry, Jess isn't going away. Plus, you can join us at the podcast tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll record, Jess and I, every Wednesday or every Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern here. We do our weekly podcast. Will Amazon sell the Fire TV stick for $20 on Black Friday? We don't know. It was cheaper than that on Prime Day, so we'll see what they do for Black Friday. No deals have been announced officially from Amazon for Black Friday. Is the Great American Country channel available on any streaming services? Not off the top of my head, but maybe they have a dedicated Roku channel, Firetv app, etc. Check that out. All right, post your questions over at right here. Hey, about 3 or more questions I'm going to do my best to answer. Will the Disney Plus app be coming to the Fire TV stick at this moment? No, but it very well could be. They are in talks to try to make a deal work there. There's some confusion there's some issue with Amazon wanting Disney to put their ads on some of the other apps that Disney owns. Disney saying no. So even talk that Disney could pull their apps from Amazon Fire TV. We're keeping a close eye on that, but at this moment, no news. No new news. Hey, Willie, thank you so much for your kind words. Will cable go away? Not for a very long time, because there's always people who are willing to pay a premium price. I think cable eventually will try to go that route. They'll be like, hey, we're going to be the premium service. For a premium price, you can get a premium product with cable TV. What should I replace AT&T TV Now with? You know, I don't think there's any wrong answers there. We do have a full guide. It really comes down to what channels you want if you want to get rid of it. I just put a link in the show notes to our guide that breaks down all the different streaming services out there. So check that out. All right. Great America. I'm not familiar with it, unfortunately. I'm just not familiar with it on any streaming service. I do apologize. Anybody know if the Great American app is streaming anywhere? Let me know. HughesNet is owned by Dish. You are correct, Blind Family. Disney Plus will be on Roku, will be on the Apple TV, and more. Thank you, Robert. Thanks for being here all the time. To everybody who's here all the time, active in our social media, leaving comments on the regular video, I really do appreciate it. I do see it. All the work that Core Cars News is, and it's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work. I'm really thankful. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. Why are some shows blocked out on different services? Because sometimes they don't have the rights to that particular show streamed online. That's becoming rarer and rarer right now, to be honest with you. But hopefully in a year or two, it won't be a thing anymore. How come smaller cable companies don't shut down? Some cable companies are shutting down. Slowly but surely, they are shutting down. Luke, would Prime Video be a good companion to YouTube TV? Yeah, if they have the content you want. Prime Video is a great service, especially if you get it through Amazon Prime, because you get all the other stuff from Amazon Prime. Are there extra commercials on cable versus OTA? No, same amount of cable TV commercials on OTA, on your cable, and on your antenna. How many cable companies are in the US? Like 100. There's a lot of very tiny cable companies out there. All right, everybody, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you had a fantastic day. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. I cannot say thank you enough. Core Cars News is a lot of work. It really is. And there's ups, there's downs, there's nasty emails, there's kind emails, there's days where traffic is great, there's days where it's like, man, is everybody at the baseball game right now? So thank you so much to everybody's support. We've seen crazy growth. We've seen a lot of people email us with very kind words. I really appreciate it. For all the hard work it is, hearing how we helped you save money makes it all worthwhile. If you're new here, don't forget the subscribe button. Don't forget to join us at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We'll be doing our cord cutting podcast. Jess will be, and I will be live here on YouTube, 1 p.m. Eastern. We also have an MP3 version and more. Look for the Cord Cutting This Week podcast, available on many different podcasting services. So hope everybody has a fantastic day. I'll be back next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here to answer your cord cutting related questions. Maybe we'll do something special for it being how close to Halloween. We'll see. Maybe I'll have a costume on or something. We'll see. I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to check out our videos posted almost every single day here on our YouTube channel, and news stories over at corecarsnews.com. Thanks, everybody.